Hi, this is day one of the Palm Springs project. I was gonna do like an overproduced talking head, sitting down, kind of telling you what's going on, which I think can be helpful. But I kind of wanted to show you what I was thinking here. But yeah, follow along. This is if you want to learn how to annotate stories, write a short story, shoot a short film. That's what I'm gonna be doing here, all live every day, well, not every day, but most days, I'm going to be trying to, talk through my process and more importantly, show you. That's why I have this whiteboard here, a bunch of colors. We're going to kind of go through the process of what I'm thinking this could be. And then, we'll go from there. But so it'll get a little more produced, a little more cinematic, if you will. But right now, I think we should just get to business and start writing, start reading, and start creating. So, thank you for tuning in. This is Project Palm Springs, Florida. And the phase I'm putting under it is Public Process Lab, because that's the real format of this whole thing. You know, it's not a finished project reveal. It's not a perfect tutorial for the mountaintop, right? It's more like, hey, watch me figure it out. And I'm going to do it in public. So the notes, the books, the whiteboard, the draft, the questions, and definitely the mistakes. That's why I'm going to circle mistakes here, because I know that it's going to be a part of the process, whether I invite it or not. Now, the big map is simple. Idea to story to screenplay to film. That's the clean version. But underneath that, there's this messy process, right? The idea has to become notes. The notes have to become a draft. The draft has to be revised. Then it has to be adapted. Then it has to become something, I can actually shoot. And yes, I'm going to underline, circle, revise, because I already know, that I will suffer. So this is the part of the board where I'm writing what I actually know so far. First, this is becoming a collection of connected short stories. That means a town portrait linked by a place, a wedding, and a hotel. Second, it starts with the adaptation of Sherwood Anderson's Loneliness. That is the first doorway into this project. Third, that story is going to become a short film. I know that. And so the writing has to eventually become visual and shootable. And fourth, this whole thing is a public process lab. I want to show the work, build it in public, and create a process that other people can use and see. The source text is Winesburg, Ohio by Sherwood Anderson. This is a book that started the whole thing. I first read it in 2016, and the main story that stayed with me was Loneliness. Now, because this idea has been sitting in my head for almost 10 years, it's not fully formed, it's not exactly useful, right? It's just kind of there. And now the questions are, why this story? Why now? And what about it has survived long enough that I still want to make something from it? So this is the adaptation chain. Loneliness becomes a modern short story. The short story becomes a screenplay. The screenplay becomes a short film. That's the path, right? But the right side of the board is the real problem. We're asking what stays, what changes, what gets translated, what becomes new. And most importantly, what is the emotional function? Because I'm not trying to copy the plot. I'm trying to translate the function. And that phrase is important. Now, this is where the project gets bigger. So the story starts with loneliness, but the world is Palm Springs, Florida. A fictional town, a collection of connected portraits, a wedding, a hotel, maybe a murder, and then the town starts filling in. I have Enoch, I have a florist, the caterer, the couple, the parents, the vendors, the guest. And yeah, somebody's probably going to get murked. I think that's going to happen. But the most important phrase here is background people. Because this project is about people who might look like the background characters in one story, but have an entire private life on their own. So this is the process ladder. We're going to read, annotate, extract themes, write the story, revise, adapt the screenplay, plan the visual, shoot the film, and make content. And so, exact themes is important, and it's probably going to be the bridge between reading and making. And I know I need to know what the source is doing before I can make my own version. And I need to revise, this is where the pain lives. And we have more questions on the side that we keep coming back to. Because the process is not extra, right? The process is the project. So this is the starting point. The source is Sherwood Anderson's Loneliness. The project is Palm Springs, Florida. The form is connected short stories, a screenplay, a short film, and a process lab. The method is read, extract, write, adapt, film. And this last part is probably the most honest summary. I have enough to start. I don't know enough to fake certainty. And that's exactly where this project begins. So this is Project Palm Springs, Florida. Idea to story to screenplay to film. The whiteboard is the map. And if you want to watch someone build a story from an idea to a short story to a screenplay to a film, follow along.